EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Primetime.
2026 New England Patriots.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you're with us. Out is the rookie from Greg's alma mater. That's Andres Borregales to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got his tight end, Orlando Gadsden the second. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That is a big play for LA. 38 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On first down, it's Hampton. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And he's into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Patriots nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
That's complete to Stephon Diggs. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Gain of 19 yards.
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Off the bootleg. Here's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
May to throw again. Has completed to Douglas. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. To throw again. It over in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
That's another.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short. Gets a fresh set of downs. And now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And they'll run it here with Stevenson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. On the give, it's Henderson. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
He'll try and throw. Here's May. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Darius Davis to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Throwing, Herbert. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that'll set up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 7. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. May. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On the handoff, Henderson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Tarheeb still there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's May. He'll find the rookie 3rd-round pick, Kyle Williams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
37-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's caught downfield by Diggs. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down. They send a receiver in motion left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, they're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, New England. And his 2nd touchdown tonight. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and through. And the Patriots will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Chargers 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. play action now. Herbert. Headed left, buying time.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now a play fake. Herbert. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A 57-yard attempt.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's May. He'll go underneath to Henderson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and a yard. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. Working out of the gun. It's May. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Herbert now on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Hampton. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
A gain there of 23 yards. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. And another 1st down.
That's another.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Now Herbert. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
A gain of 24
They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Conklin goes in motion. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Herbert. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers blanketed everywhere he looked. Gonna bring up a 4th down.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are back within a point. It's 14-13.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. It's 2nd down. Thrown out of the gun. They're going to run with Henderson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
At the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
Handoff, and it's Henderson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
On the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got Douglas going deep. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Tayshaun Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Another run here with Hampton. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
To the middle of the field, he's got Johnston. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On play action, it's Herbert. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hampton trying to work inside. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that is no good. He missed it, and they will remain down by 1. So a big mistake there. Roughing call on the field goal try. It gives them an automatic 1st down. They'll go with Hampton. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
To throw, it's Herbert. He'll look underneath here for Hampton. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Herbert. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers are going to move out in front.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now, May. Back complete to Henderson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
To throw on first down is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, it's Henderson. Room to run at the 35. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. That one's good for 26 yards.
That's another Patriots first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
1st and 10. Now Stevenson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
A gain of 9 yards.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Foxborough. After this, they'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. Henderson trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on third down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a third time and take their chances?
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down. Gonna look to throw. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
On the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
Chance to get the lead before the break. Here we go. 4th down and goal. They'll try it now with Henderson. Good blocking, and he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The extra point is good. And the Pats will up the lead to 5.
Chargers 16.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Herbert again. On the out, connecting with Allen.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this 1st half.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he will try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our 2nd half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Play fake. Here's May. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The middle, it's Henderson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll go with the sneak. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And the zone read, a give to Henderson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
At the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll try the jet sweep with Diggs. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is recovered by the Charger.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Chargers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is Herbert. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
They'll try the left side with Henderson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It was Cam Hart in on the tackle.
32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw now, May. That one taken in by Douglas. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and short, and here is May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
For a Patriots 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
On the give, it's Henderson. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henderson. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. Now an injury timeout, and it looks like it's Stephon Diggs who's having an issue. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Once more, it's Henderson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 1. On play action, here's May. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but This one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Mario Douglas. Touchdown, New England.
Patriots.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see two back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Patriots will extend this third quarter lead.
28. Chargers 16.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. The return, here comes Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Allen in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing, Herbert. He'll swing this out to Hampton. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is 4th down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. To throw on 1st down is May. Pass caught right side by Henry. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
May to throw on 2nd down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. On the handoff, Henderson. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Has completed to Douglas.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 5. Out of the gun, here's May. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll run with Henderson. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Tui Pelotu gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on third and goal, following that second down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Douglas in motion. He'll try and throw. Here's May. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
He was brought down
at this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Second down, they need 3. They'll go again with Hampton, and he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on first down is Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback, and it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the 4th quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. On the return is Jones. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's May to throw it on first down. That complete to Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Second down and 8. Throwing is May. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing on third down is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Now a play fake. Herbert. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
Herbert to throw on second down. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Motion man is Johnston. On first down, Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. First down, L.A.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Play action now. It's Herbert. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay. And a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second and 3 at the Patriots' 4-yard line.
Now Herbert again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Caleb Jason gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, They're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Chargers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
To the left side, he's got Henry. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Stevenson's got a first down and more. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, New England.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
They'll get this out wide, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Off the bootleg. Here's May. That'll be taken in. It's Dearness Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Dearness Johnson. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So now May and the Patriots going to line up and go for two.
The Patriots will line up for a two-point conversion.
That's out quickly and complete. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This pass caught. Right side, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row and another first down.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Tight end going in motion here. Herbert now on first down. There's that man again. Another catch. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Throwing again, Herbert. On the out, connecting with Allen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. Herbert to the air again. Open receiver, that's Harris. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Herbert to the air again. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come back.
And he will get Winston. Touchdown, Chargers.
Los Angeles.
Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers are able to cut the deficit to 10.
36. Chargers 26.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. It's the tight end Henry in motion. To throw on 1st down is May. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 2nd down, it's May. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be 3rd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On 3rd and long, here's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It is a gain of 16. They get the 3rd down conversion by about a yard.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard. They'll go right back to Stevenson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's May. Pass completed to Douglas. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
3rd and 9.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the 1st down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and want back. I mean, there wasn't enough space there to get the 1st down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your 1st foot down, drag the 2nd. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here is Justin Herbert and the Chargers down on the scoreboard. 2:10 on the clock. They're down 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning. So speed will be of the essence. Down 2 scores late in this one. This is 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now,
oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. The gun, it's a give to Stevenson. The Chargers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and They came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They run on the jet sweep, and that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and it's not going to be a lot of gain.
Jamari Caldwell on the stop. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Portugales for the Patriot field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and their lead will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field, you're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to dial up another deep ball. He's got it. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home, as we say so long from Foxborough.